Hashtag is FA Cup tonight. Skippy Ash says, where do you think Manchester United need to strengthen in the summer transfer window to challenge for the Premier League title? Despite where they've been and where they are, that is still how United are judged. So where do they need to strengthen?
Well, I've said if they can get 4 players, listen, it's...
Say what you said before the game, Rob. So, go on. That was good.
Depends about Champions League football. Let me know that. But just say you try and get some of these Manchester United players out, which is going to be difficult because you've got squad players there on 80, 90, 100 grand a week. And if you've just signed new deals, where are you going to go to? Mm-hmm. You know, players are selfish. You know, they've had great careers, but are you going to get players out first and foremost? If you can generate 150 million pounds by selling players, you know, and they can get 200 million pound investment, just say, that's 350 million quid. Koulibaly, very good signing he'll be. If you've got Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Koulibaly, Shaw, that's good. Keep Pogba, I would. You've got McTominay, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Rashford, and then Grealish as a 10, or Jimenez from Wolves. That's 4 players, and you're saying you name that team. Listen, Champions League football dependent, ifs and buts. I know that, but if I was the Manchester United owners,
Dream scenario. That
team there challenges for the title for me.
I agreed.
I'm not sure I'd keep Pogba though in terms of the whole saga that he brings to Manchester United. Is he staying? Is he going? It's
imagine him with better players around him.
Yeah, he definitely. Then he would stay.
I think that's a conversation that needs to be happening with Manchester United and Paul Pogba. Once that's ironed out as to does he want to stay, does he want to go, does Oli want to keep him? Once that's ironed out, then you can build the team, because he was the person that was brought in to build around. That's not materialised at this point, so they need to iron that situation out.
How long does the name of, without Champions League football, how long does the name of Manchester United entice the top players? When does that stop? How many years without Champions League football does that stop when you say, do you know what, Manchester United is a huge global name? When does that stop?
I don't know. It's hard to put a number on it, but one thing I do believe as well, though, I joined Manchester United not only for the name, I joined Manchester United for the players I was going to be going to play with. I was joining the change room with Roy Keane, Ryan Giggs, Beckham, Van Nistelrooy, Veron. Like, I can go on and on. Scholes. Like, there's names coming out my ears. They're people I wanted to go in the change room, and I thought, I'm going to learn off all of these. I'm going to tell my mates I'm playing with these guys. This is dream stuff. Is that there at the moment? That's the problem. You know what I mean?
If you was going to move now, where would you go? Maybe then.
Depends. What do you mean from where? So if I was a young player, then it's about the story that's being sold to them. It's like, do you want to come in and make Manchester United great again? Because we're on the cusp of doing that. We've got a chance. These are the plans. These are the players that are coming in to join what we've got. And I think we can get to here. But you're going to be the catalyst.
That only lasts so long itself, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's here now to do. I think that's here. They're capable of doing that here now. If they finish the season right, like Robbie says, if they finish Champions League, that's a conversation that's well worth having that you can have, I think, with top players.
So many questions coming in. Let me just run through a few of them for you. Whoever fancies it can take the answer. We've kind of answered this. Drop the Ball says, question for the team. With Pogba nearly back to full fitness, what is Ollie's strongest midfield? Who would you start if everyone's fully fit? How does it look for you, that midfield, Karen?
I like McTominay. I like the work that no one else is willing to do. Obviously, Fernandes has come in and given confidence and gets the goals. And I think Pogba, I just want him to commit. Because I think, again, Manchester United is about the culture. And if he wants to commit and stay, he would be 100%. And I agree with Robbie. I love Jack Grealish, even though I'm a Blues fan. I love him. I think he's a top player. And I think he would add a lot to this Manchester United team.
There's a graphic on the screen, as you can see. It shows us that the win percentage without Paul Pogba is up to 42% across 21 games. With him, it's 7. I mean, you've always got to be very careful what you read into stats.
Man United was struggling around that time anyway, so I don't think that's just because of Paul Pogba. Every one of their player stats would have looked like that in terms of percentages. So I think there's a lot of stuff that's about beating Paul Pogba all the time. Yeah. And I think that some of it's unwarranted. I do think that he probably hasn't done himself favours by not talking openly, maybe, but he might just not be that type of person and wants to just let his football do the talking when he comes back.
Name Paul Pogba. You look at that Manchester United team. How many of those Manchester United players, squad players, get in the top 4 sides? I would say Paul Pogba fit would be one. Would Paul Pogba play for Man City on a regular basis if he was fit and firing? Has he got the capability to play for Man City? I would say yes. Rashford, possibly. Name me others.
Difficult to find. Fernandez, if he carries on this form, will be. What's your point?
You're about people hammer Paul Pogba,
Yeah.
but let's not forget last season, most goals, most assists.
Oh yeah,
He was brilliant.
100%, yeah.
If he's fit, Paul Pogba, people will want to come to Manchester United to play with Paul Pogba.
Yeah, he's a draw. Definite, I agree.